All right, y'all. So this part of my content is more so a journal and an opportunity for me to have a different outlet outside of just thinking about it in my head and talking to my therapist about it. I am open to all the love that you guys give me in the comments. But I just give that disclaimer to let you know I'm not looking for no advice. I don't need nothing. So over the weekend, I found out that my partner's first love and the mother of his first child is no longer with us. That being said, at some point in these coming weeks, I am going to inherit a 14-year-old. He has only one living parent, and that living parent lives in his house with me. I am polyamorous, first of all, so please don't get under my comments talking about him grieving this woman. I hope he feels safe to fully grieve in front of me. Let me start there. I don't need that. I'm not that woman that's going to be walking around here rolling my eyes at this man for grieving this woman. I am going to be daily vlogging what it feels like to be a childless woman who is about to start helping her partner take care of his teenage son. I am mostly just nervous because that baby don't got no mom now, and that's a scary thing to be. I'm in my 30s and I am afraid of losing my mom, and for him to be a teenager and that to be his truth, I am nervous. I am nervous about holding space for him. And when I am nervous, I ruminate. And if I'm ruminating, I'm not showing up. And in order for me to keep from ruminating, I'm going to be making daily vlog videos. I actually am getting my YouTube up and running. So these videos will be compiled and put onto my vlog videos. But right now, my YouTube. But right now, I am just going to only put them on TikTok because you guys are a very great and supportive audience. And I love y'all. Yeah. My initial thoughts right now is just like, I don't know when it's happening. I don't know anything yet. So I'm not feeling a lot of things. I'm just holding space for my partner and making sure that, I'm here, and I let him know I am scared. I am scared. I do not have kids, and having one around all day is going to be different. But I'm ready. I'm ready, and I am ready to share it with y'all. I think y'all are going to be a really great group of people to just continue to hold space for me as I hold space for my partner and his baby. And I love y'all in advance, and I thank y'all in advance. Snapchat, you get this too. So TikTok, Snapchat. Let's see how it happens. Let's see how it works. All right, so here's the official day one of my vlog, right? Because all I did in that other video was just let you know that it was happening and let you know that the vlog was coming. Day one, my initial response and how it happened. So first of all, it happened in such an unconventional way because on Saturday I went out. With my cousin, and I was having a good time. So I come in the house giggling, kind of tipsy, and I didn't even feel the heaviness in the room because I was enjoying being outside. I come into the room, and once I'm getting, undressed for the night, my partner, he just straight up let me know. We are very forward with each other. He just let me know. And I was just like, okay. My first question was, what does that mean for us? And his response reminded me that we have to be mindful of the things that we say. He told me, his response was, I'm about to go get my son as soon as I can. You can decide what you're going to do. And the reason that he said that to me is because the majority of our relationship, I have always said to him, oh, I'm so grateful that you got the women that you have raising your children. I don't mind filling in. I don't mind weekends. I don't mind holidays. But, oh, baby, not having nowhere else for them to go, that's a lot for me. And that's the truth. I am the youngest of 6 kids. I don't have any children. I am used to being the person that is being taken care of. I'm not used to taking care of people, and I have never desired to be that person. But like I told him when he said that, I love you. Not only do I love you, I love that baby. And not only do I love you and that baby, I love my life. And why would I uproot my life just because, this don't work for me? Nah, we're not married. But when I decide to love a person, I do see it as better or worse, right? And this isn't even a worse situation in my opinion. Like, he gets to spend time, even more time, with his child. This child gets his father in a very important time of his life. I hate that it had to happen this way, but I'm grateful. I think it's going to make my partner a better man. I think it's going to help this young man grow into a better man, and him being in close proximity to his father, because the young man lives in Georgia, is going to be really helpful, because most of his life, his adolescent life, was spent states away from his father. So for him to be here, it's going to be great. We have an amazing support system. And the apartment beneath ours is my mother-in-law. That is actually, she has an extra room because we don't have any more space upstairs. That's where the baby is going to be. So a lot of the time that he's going to be spent is just going to be kind of still in passing in this space with me. So I'm not scared about like what it's going to do to me individually. What I am afraid of is how to hold space, right? I want him to know that I am here solely as a support system. I am not a mother by any stretch of the imagination. And I could never, ever, 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 ever be his mother. And I want to communicate that while also saying I understand how to hold a maternal space. So if you need maternal energy, I'm here for that as well. And I am just going to check in with myself and do that in real time. Like, I'm not trying to prepare how to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I feel like that's really inauthentic. Like, where I am right now is I want to hold space for my partner. I want to understand the logistics of it because I am a very logistical person. And right now I can tell my partner he's moving off of emotions. Like and understandably so, right? He's very emotional and he's just like, I need to get down there and I need to get my baby. And I agree. And so I am just really in a space where I'm just making sure that I'm doing everything that I can to show up and to be positive and to hold space. One of the things that I do have to work on is I get so in my head that I can tell that I am closing up. I am shutting down. Because I'm nervous. I am scared out of my fucking mind. I'll be honest about that. And so there's been a couple of times where he's just needed affection in these last couple of days. Like, he just wanted to be held and hugged. And I found myself, like, first stiffening before I hugged him. And I'm like, no, you got to warm up. You got to give him love. You got to embrace this. Now, I'm not going to push myself, right? In moments where I cannot do it, I'm going to be honest about that. And the beautiful thing is my mother-in-law is downstairs. So if I ever tell him that I can't, he knows that he has other options. I'm ready. Honestly, I'm ready to find out the logistics. I'm ready to figure out what this looks like. My second bonus baby who lives with us, he's in his room, which is why we don't have space in our apartment for him. He's really emotional. He's an empath. And he has been taking this very hard. And so I want to hold some emotional spaces for him and make sure that he knows that he's okay and that everything is going to be all right. But other than that, y'all, that's day one. That's like my initial reaction. I'm just ready. I'm ready to be there, but I'm also just like not putting so much energy into it that it becomes bigger than the fact that like we're still living life, right? And so yeah, that's the beginning of this vlog. That's day one, y'all. Let's get this out. Let's get this done. I mean, whew. Okay, so now that I gave y'all like my serious initial thoughts, I'm gonna give y'all some of my like silly initial thoughts. Because even though this is a very serious situation, I am gonna have fun with this. Because I have fun with everything in life, and I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna laugh. And so, here are some of my not so serious initial thoughts. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be a child in my house. I'm not gonna be able to walk around my house naked. I'm going to have to lift the rule that I have with my partner that when the kids are in the house, we can't have sex, because that means that we're not going to have sex no more. So, got to lift that rule. He going to be happy about that, because he going to be like, I've been told you, them boys, we can just do it. You just got to be quiet. I don't know how to have quiet sex. We got to figure that out. Then when I found out that he's going to be in my mother-in-law's apartment, I'm like, okay, great. I can still have sex. I can still be naked. Yeah, I can still have sex. I can still be naked. He'll have keys to up here, but we have so many doors. Like my apartment, there are so many doors that I'll be able to like close off a space to let people know not to come in. I'm gonna use a lot of signs. I feel like signs will be good because at any given week, not on any given weekend, every weekend, all four of us would be in the house, us both boys, and so signs. I'm in the bathroom. Somebody's showering right now. Signs. I'm just gonna go buy a bunch of forks because the little one loses forks. I can imagine that the big one loses forks too. I feel like that's it. Those are all my like initial funny thoughts. Like not the serious ones, right? Because we got the serious ones out the way. But you know, the silly shit, the goofy shit. I live for the silly shit. I live for the silly shit. And so those are my few little silly thoughts.